Welcome to the Conscious Pivot Podcast with international speaker, business mentor, best-selling author of Pivot, and your host, Adam Markel. The Conscious Pivot shares the stories and wisdom of people who have successfully reinvented some area of their business and personal life. You'll gain powerful insights into how you can fully embrace new opportunities, increase your performance, and master the art and science of innovation and resilience. So please join Adam as he guides you on your conscious pivot.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Conscious Pivot Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Markel, and I'm feeling very, very blessed in this moment. Well, for one thing, because I know what's in store for all of you. You don't yet, but I do, because I have a wonderful man, incredible human being that is also going to be a guest on our show today, and somebody I've looked forward to having this conversation with, someone I've known for a few years now, and had the pleasure of spending time with him. And so I want to save as much of the time for this show to be in conversation with him, and for all of you to be able to receive from that conversation some insights. I don't use the word wisdom lightly, and or with that many people. Honestly, I'm working on creating some wisdom that I can pass on to our kids and to our grandkids someday, and maybe beyond that. This gentleman has great wisdom, I believe, and great experience that he's been sharing with people for more than 25 years. He's an internationally renowned Qigong Master and multiple-bestselling author. Chunyi Lin has been healing, teaching, and speaking to individuals, businesses, and large audiences to help them unlock their healing power physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Through his profound and powerful learning and coaching programs delivered around the world, Chunyi has reached hundreds of thousands of individuals with life-changing positive influences. Chunyi has dedicated his entire life to growth, change, and inspiration. His life mission is a healer in every home and a world without pain and suffering. He is deeply committed to Qigong healing as an unparalleled tool for creating deep, long-lasting transformation in people. He has spoken to groups of many thousands and more, and in more than 11 countries around the world. I know Chunyi from a wonderful organization called the Transformational Leadership Council. We both happen to be able to attend their events a couple of times a year sometimes, and that's where we met originally. Chunyi, thank you so much for being a guest on the show today. Welcome.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Adam. It is such a great honor to be together with you. Thank you.
I want to ask you, as I ask all of our guests, that's a wonderful bio, and you've done so many things for so many people for so many years. What's something that's not written in that bio that you would love for people to know about you?
Well, I love the people to know, and I am a good cook too for the family. So holiday season and the weekends, and even during the daytime, I love to cook. So that is the actually best part of my day, to relax myself. And also when I put the food in front of my kids and my family, and seeing them enjoying my food, that is the best reward for me.
It is.
One, and then the other thing is, I love to watch a kung fu movie, and that is my another hobby. And you know what? Recently there's a movie. It's called The Midway, American movie.
Yes.
I watch it 3 times in 2 weeks. So I love this kind of movies, and it's just to me it's another way to relax my nerve.
Yes, I've had this ritual for many years, probably at this point more than 10 years, of putting my hands around my food. And I've never actually spoken about this before, so not that this is any revelation, but just something I've never really shared before. But for a long time, I found myself putting my hands around the bowl or the plate and thinking some things in my mind, sometimes saying them out loud. We have, more often than not, at the beginning of a meal in our family, we have a tradition of saying of expressing gratitude. And we all just go around the table and say one thing that we are grateful for in this moment, which is really is wonderful. I have been putting my hands around my food and putting love energetically, just thinking thoughts of love and putting love into the food and saying something like this. I'm grateful for this food to heal my body and my mind and my heart and my soul. So I've done it because it feels good. I've done it because it's a part of the beginning of a spiritual practice. Can you tell us what's happening there? Am I really putting love into my food? Am I changing the food in any way? What's your opinion of that?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And so the food is very important in our life, and not because it fills up our stomach, because the qi inside, that is very, very important. And Chinese ancestors called that qi, and American people call it the energy. And so this is like a big difference in understanding of the information in the food, and also the difference between energy and qi. When you talk about energy, you talk about in a material level and about the force running through your body. The water is a form of energy. The electricity is another form of energy. The air is another form of energy, right? So you absorb the energy and you help yourself with more energy, then you're more energetic. The qi is different. Qi is not only a form of energy, it also has its consciousness. It also has its intelligence. It knows what to do for you. It has like a much higher level of vibration inside. So like a food in front of you, and it has not only the foods you need to help yourself to survive, to do things. It also has the intelligence from the nature, the qi, the divine energy inside. When you take in that energy, it resonates in higher level to help you to open your channels and to open the energy blockages and even help you just exactly like what you said, can grow your spirituality, especially when you charge love into it. The energy can store in the foods, and together with that energy in the food, it helps you to nurture every cell in your body, which not many people know that. And also, once this qi gets inside your body, it knows exactly what to do for you. And the Chinese medicine doctors and Qigong masters, Qigong practitioners, all experience this. Food is not only helping you filling up the stomach, it's also a medicine. It helps you to heal. Eating is healing at the same time. And so that is the unique thing. So that's the other thing is, and I like to put different colors in the cooking. So the 5 elements cooking and different elements and put it into it. Make it a whole for your whole body. It's not just the nutrition. It's like the balance of the entire body.
Yes.
Physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
Chunyi, so I don't want to get too technical, so you can stop me if I am, please. Okay. But I'm now, my curiosity is that to say, are thoughts able to create qi? Because when I sit down in front of that plate and I put my hands out here and I think or I say, thank you. And I'm feeling love and I'm wanting to I'm imagining this love in the food that is going to nourish my spirit, nourish my body, etc. So am I creating qi with my thoughts? How is the qi created, if that's not too technical a question?
Okay. Well, so this is one of the things I talk about in my new book, and it's about Qigong. So your mind doesn't create new qi. new energy, but your mind helps to direct the qi in your body and around you to get into that direction to help you with any purpose. So that is the unique thing about our mind. Once the qi got directed to that moment, to that direction with a purpose, and then the qi works for you. For instance, you want the qi get into your food and to make the food as a healing for you. The healing energy is going to get into the food from around, and or the healing energy in the food got activated to help you. So that is the difference between qi and energy. It works together.
So the qi is in us already.
Always.
And where our mind can be a very useful tool, because sometimes, our mind is our worst enemy at times, right? Yeah. We just, many people, I think, if they could just turn their mind off, they'd be so happy. Just flip the switch, turn it off, leave it alone for a little while,
Sure.
But the mind can be very, very useful, as we know as well.
Oh, yes.
And one of the ways would be to direct or instruct the qi. Are those the right words? Yeah.
That's a perfect word. It instructs the qi to flow. And also, once that happens, you just need to let go, and the qi inside knows what to do for you because of your purpose.
Do you have to be very specific, Chunyi? Like to say, my belly is not feeling so good today. So, I would love for you, qi, to help me heal my belly. Do you get that specific?
Yeah, if you can do that, that's even better. So this is again also in my Qigong classes, in my Qigong meditation. And at the beginning, when I do guided meditation in my workshops, in my classes, and the first things I ask people to do is to tell the universe, tell your body what you want. Without purpose, you can't do anything. So if you say, well, qi, just help me. Help you what, right? And so you need to tell the body, for instance, when people have tumors in the breast or arthritis in the back, and migraine headaches, depression, if you can tell the body, tell the universe, I'm going to do this meditation for balancing my channels, my qi, in my brain, so that I can heal my depression completely, or I can heal my breast lungs completely, or I can heal my arthritis in my knees and my joints and completely. So then you meditate, then you let go with this message, you solely focus on that moment, how you feel in your body, and then the qi knows what to do exactly for you. Now, let me tell you a story about myself. A long time ago, when I was in China as a college professor, I had severe arthritis in my knees, and because a lot of injuries. And I went to the hospital, and the doctor said, even surgery, could not help me that much. And so, but I was young at that time. I was in my 20s, late 20s, and I said, well, I'm too young for that. So I decided to go my own way. So I did acupuncture, heat healing, injection, everything I could find on the planet. So nothing could help until one day I came to a Qigong workshop, and I practiced the meditation with my masters, and within 7.5 hours, my pain in my knees 80% gone, and the swollen in my knees completely went away. And after 2 months practice, it completely cured my arthritis in my knees. And so my legs now even have more flexibility than ever. So I'm coming to 63 now. So I can literally put my leg on my shoulder. So, and you know what? At that time when I did the meditation with my master, that's what the master said, so you need to tell the universe what you want. And I did. And I let go, and tons of heat going into my knees, helping me to open up the channels, and I got cured by my Qigong practice, something very simple, the movement and meditation. And to my great surprise, at the other time, I also had the suicidal depression, and after this happened to my knees, completely healed, my suicidal depression completely went away and never returned. Isn't that cool? That was the biggest bonus to me. So that's because of that, I got so deep into Qigong study. I really want the world to know about the power of Qigong.
Do you think that the depression left you because part of what you found was maybe a power, or you had options? I think many times we feel depressed, and I think many people feel depressed from time to time because you feel somewhat hopeless or just under-resourced, that there's just right. But here you were being resourced in a way that you didn't expect. You're in China. I mean, this is ironic on some level. You're in China, the birthplace of Qigong, and yet it's the doctors who say surgery and medicine, drugs and painkillers and things, and therapy. But but it's this ancient. Is it considered an art? How would we describe what Qigong is for people that don't know?
Qi means energy. Gong means the work of this energy.
The work of the energy.
The work of Qi, the work of the energy. That means, through something very simple, you can help yourself to cultivate this Qi within you and around you to help you to balance the energy inside your body. Once the balance comes back, everything can be healed, everything can be helped. And so that is what's happening inside. At the time, I didn't quite understand why these simple movements and simple meditation could help people to heal their challenges, no matter it is a physical challenge or emotional challenge, completely without medication. So up to my over 30 years of studies, now I found out. Because what you do through this simple movement, which you think from Western medicine perspective or from Western mind's perspective, have nothing to do with any of the illnesses. For instance, until I have problems in my knees, right? And so, but you know what? I don't do anything to the knees, but just move the hands slowly like this for long, like 20 minutes, half an hour. In a good day, I have lots of hours. I would do it like so 1 hour or so, just by moving a movement like that simple, which had nothing to do with the pain in the knees, in the lower back. But you know what? After you got into the moment and you feel the quietness, the serenity, the peaceful, boom, the energy rush down from nowhere to your knees, to my knees, and healed it completely. The cartilage completely grew back normal.
Grew back.
And the damaged tissues completely back to normal, and no pain anymore. And so just before I got over the overwhelming of this healing, and then I discovered my suicidal depression went away. So wow, and then later on I found out, after a lot of studies, I found out it's because of the intelligence of the body got awakened. Our body was programmed for happiness, for joy, living on this planet with health. So that is the information we already got stored even before the creation of our body. So now we through this simple meditation and movement, go back to that moment to activate that information. I call it the re-download. So
yes, it's like original programming, right?
Yeah, exactly. It is just like, like you have a laptop.
You restore the settings,
phone, right? Exactly. When you got something wrong with your cell phone, so you mess up. Okay, what do you do? And then turn it off, right? Had it in silence for like 5 seconds, and you turn it on, and then you reprogram it again. So this is what happened when you get that moment. For yourself, very quiet, meditate, feel peacefulness, and feel the serenity inside you. Boom, you re-download the life blueprint code within you. And then all the channels open and you come out fresh and new. And that's happened to me. And I use this philosophy to teach people, and thousands of people all over the world get help through my program.
People with anxiety and depression, perhaps it is that we forget that there is this natural intelligence within us that has this capacity for regeneration, and we forget that, or worse yet, that through a series of things that happen in our lives, traumas and disappointments and all kinds of things, perhaps we even sometimes adopt a belief that's contrary to that we believe actually that life isn't intended to provide us with joy and peace and serenity, but actually people believe at times that life is about pain and suffering.
Yeah, this is what I discovered when I first came to the United States in 1992. That was the first time I came to the United States. I discovered there was kind of a strange idea in this culture. A lot of people believe that you can use money to buy everything. You can use money to buy happiness, to buy joy, to buy relationship, to buy your health, And when I looked around, when I first time when I came to the United States, and I looked around the people, I said, how could people come up with this idea, So actually, like a joy, you cannot buy from anyone, so it is inside you. And the good relationship with the people, it's also within you. If you honor yourself, you love yourself, truly, if you are genuine to yourself, that is alone can help you to activate that love within you, and yourself naturally will become a love radiator. Any place you go to, your whole body just radiates with this great loving energy, and like attracts like, and the people will get attracted to you, right? So, and like a healing, so if just pay a little bit attention to the formation of the body, and then you are able to activate this energy to help you with the small challenges like aches and pains, and bigger challenges like arthritis and chronic problems and digestive system problems, and bigger problems in like cancer and HIV, or virus, emergency, and you can use this to heal, to balance. This is no problem. And so you just, for instance, let me tell you a story. Quite a while ago, when I went to a farmer's market, and I wanted to get some sweet corn, and for a picnic party for my friends to come over. And then while I was walking in the market, the farmer's market here in Minnesota, and I met a student. A student came and said, "Oh, hey, Master Lin, you are here." I said, "Yeah." So this is a great day, Then she asked me a question: what movements and I could help you with some challenge. I told her that technique. Then there's a lady who was selling sweet coins in that place, and she said, "Oh, so do you have any tips for muscle cramps in the legs at night? I've been having this for so long, so no people can help me. And I tried to go to doctors and taking medicines. And so do you have any tips? I said, oh yeah, so that's very simple. So I said, in the evening, before you go to bed, you just massage the middle of the palms right here for like 1 minute and go to another hand, go to massage the same point, and then you sleep. So she said, oh, is that simple? I said, yeah, it is just like that simple. Okay, I will give it a try. So I said, goodbye. The following week, I came back and I was walking around, and then she saw me. Hey, so then my Chinese friend, so I said, yes, oh, you're here. So your stuff work. Oh my God, I massage it in just for 3 minutes. I did it a little bit longer time. For the whole week, I had no muscle cramps in my legs at all. And I said, oh, okay, like you, enjoy. And then she said, what are you doing today? I'm looking for some good, sweet corn for my friends. And I'm having another picnic today. It's summertime. She said, oh, no problem. I will give you 2 dozens. Then I said, oh, okay. Then she gave me a whole bag. There's 3 dozens inside. I said, how much I need to pay you? She said, oh, nothing. This is a gift for you. And I looked at her and said, can I have 2 bags? She was so happy.
Oh, Chunyi. So you've mentioned balance, and something that I've wondered about is there a difference between balance and harmony? Because yin and yang, the symbol of yin and yang is right. I've always been intrigued by that. And for a while now, and I hope I've been saying this right, I've said it's a symbol for harmony. And there's a difference between harmony and balance, but I'm going to ask you, because I have this opportunity.
I think my understanding, harmony is in a higher level of balance. When I say balance, mainly you balance the yin and yang, the male energy and the female energy inside your body. Your body gets sick, that's because either too much yin or too much yang. They're out of balance. So you help them to bring the balance back from the physical perspective, right? When you say harmony, you not only bring back the yin-yang balance in the body, you coordinate with the qi around you, family, relationship. So you create such a dynamic, such an environment around you, inside you. So that you join, you merge your energy, your qi, with the nature, with the environment, and with the universe. That is a much higher vibration. You got it.
Yeah, and to work on being unconditional with ourselves is it? I'm wondering. Like when you merge onto a highway, there's a ramp that takes you on, right? But you can't go on. It'd be difficult to get on the highway without the ramp, without it being, dangerous. Is that the on ramp? Do you think to get into that flow of harmony that you begin to work more on being unconditional with your own self?
Absolutely. Let me tell you another story of my life first in the United States. And in China, I never learned how to drive a car. I never owned a car. And the best vehicle I had is a bicycle. And I'm very good at that. And when I came to the United States, I got my first car, a little Toyota, and I learned how to drive. And my friend gave me some coaching. And finally, I got my license, and I was happy. And I was driving on the road, and slowly, and sometimes it's below because of my fear, so causing an accident and everything. So I drove a little bit slower than the speed limit. So once in a while, I did get a finger from people, and they gave me the middle finger, and I felt so happy. And so people give me the middle finger. So people they're so loving, American people, just so great people.
So kind, yes.
So kind, And so then one day at a party, and I shared this story with the people. People said, "Are you really happy?" I said, "Yes, I am really happy." Are you serious? I said, "Yes, I'm serious." And do you know what that means? I said, "Oh, middle finger. I think that's a great thing, So because in our body, we have 12 major energy channels in the body, and 6 start or end in the hands and 6 start or end in the feet. And the middle finger is the meridian connects directly to the heart. So people give me the middle finger. I thought people giving me love, right? People said, "I love you," So they said, "No, that's called dirty finger." So I think, what does that mean? They said, well, then they explained to me what it meant. And then you know what? After that moment, I'm not that happy anymore.
It changed. Well,
but anyway,
I think the way you took it is well, it's how you received it more than anything else, right?
Exactly. But anyway, and so driving in a freeway and in any place, and also not only just drive in the freeway or going into ramps, so people cut in front of you, you might feel a little bit agitated and feel unsafe, and this to me, and I always send love to them.
Yes.
Late, I say, well, I know you are in a hurry. You need to go to a place, just be safe, and bless them. A very safe trip to their destination. Because sometimes we do that too, right? So when we are meeting the deadline, the last minute to get on the car, so we drive fast too, sometimes. So the universe forgive us, forgive me, and why I can't forgive others.
Yes.
Why I love others, right? So when you put yourself in that way, then harmony comes to you.
Yeah. Do you have a forgiveness practice that you engage in on a regular basis, Chunyi? Is that something you do, or do you?
Yeah,
how do you feel about that?
So I think that is very, very helpful. And I actually I got my first best lesson from forgiveness of my healing. At the time when I practiced my first long meditation to heal my knees, and I was sitting on the dirt ground in a soccer field in China, listening to this master talking about Qigong and meditation and healing yourself. And then the master said, if you want to heal yourself faster and more completely, you need to forgive those people who hurt you in your lifetime. I said, no way. How can I forgive those people? During Cultural Revolution, when my parents gave everything to help them to survive, and now they call my parents as their devoted friends and the best friends in the town. When Cultural Revolution came, for no reason, they put their best friends, kids, into the mouth of a wolf, and they wanted to even kill us. So that really hurts me so deeply, So I held that anger, hatred, and fear deep inside me for so long. And so as soon as this master said, you need to forgive these people, I said, no way. And of course, no way, how could that happen? And how could I forgive them? And so, they took my parents away, and they even put the machine gun on my head, wanted to threat to kill me and my sister. And so, and I said, no way. Then the master said, well, if you have a hard time to forgive those people, if you really want to help yourself to heal faster, you know what? You can pretend that you forgive them. I can also get very good benefit too.
You can pretend.
Pretend to forgive. I think I can do that, because it's not real, right? It's pretend.
Right.
So I just visualize lining them up, all these people, and on the sky. Then I said, at this moment, I just wanted to heal my knees completely. So I pretend at this moment, listen, guys, I only pretend. I pretend I forgive you, I forgive you, I pretend I forgive you, I pretend forgive you. When I repeat that pretending the words many thousand times, then I got tired of repeating that many words. Then I just say, no, I forgive you, I love you, I forgive you. And then come to the point, I just said it in my heart, I'm murmuring that sound. You know what? After that good half an hour chanting, I forgive you, I love you, I forgive you, I love you. The real Qi, the power of the Qi in my lower dantian, which is the energy center in my belly button, like a volcano, just explode, erupting out and running through my entire body. I went through all this transformation. That moment is the best aha moment in my life. And so when up to that moment, a few hours later, I picked myself up. The swollen in my knees completely went away. The pain, 85% gone. And I was a new man. So from this lesson, I really learned the power of forgiveness, the power of love. Actually, forgiveness is the action of unconditional love. So when you take action to love others, first of all, you forgive. And actually, when you forgive, the person who needs that forgiveness best, the most, is yourself. Let go with that story. Let go with that cut so deep inside your heart. So, and yes, I had that exercise. Anytime when I got mad with something in my previous years of Qigong practice, I brought my memory back to that moment on the sacred field doing the meditation with my master.
Yes.
Thousands of people. So then I remember forgiveness is power.
Yeah.
Is
We
power.
forget, even though it makes sense, and we've heard it before. I mean, many people have heard this many times before, but yet we forget. Chunyi, maybe you can answer this or not. I don't know, but do you think it's harder for people to forgive themselves or to forgive others? Do you have what do you believe?
Yeah, so I think it is a belief. If you believe, it is hard for you to forgive yourself. If you believe it's hard to forgive others, you are going to find so many reasons that you cannot believe yourself. You cannot forgive yourself. You cannot forgive others. But you know what? Many people forget about this part. Exactly like what you said. They forget you can change your position. If you can forgive others, and you can forgive yourself. You can forgive yourself, you can forgive others. Number one. Number two is, why not? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the universe the creators create us, create the unit, create everything, already giving us this power from within. And you can choose anything to experience. You can choose to forgive others. You can choose to forgive yourself. You know what? By forgiving yourself, you're going to have more energy to do more good deeds for others. If you think and you make a mistake, you cannot forgive yourself, and you already create a negative karma in your life, Buddha, Lao Tzu, Jesus, they all said the same thing. I consider them as my masters. By doing good deeds, you can help to create positive karmas. And by asking the universe to forgive you, and you stop doing what you did in the past, that alone can help you to clear all the negative credit you had in the past, so that you can move on with a better life. And all these masters in the past said so.
That you can move on from anything, any adversity, any mistake.
Exactly.
That you still have the capacity to, like you say, reboot the computer, or like return to the first settings.
Yeah. There we go. Turn it off.
Turn it off. Turn it back on.
So that's it. You can always start your life fresh, new.
I think this is a great analogy. I'm always looking for new analogies to describe this word resilience that is so important in our world now, and has always been. But I think with the world that we're living in, which is so much more sophisticated and more people, of course, but more interconnections between people. It's much more of a global world, global economy, global connection, interconnectedness, and the disruption through so many things. Like we're dealing with the coronavirus now, and there's political unrest, and there's just many areas where there's great disruption, where I feel that this ability that you're describing to be able to reboot, return to the factory settings, to return to the original programming, is very much a way to look at what resilience is about and what resilient people do. And you might say, well, this is what some people do naturally and other people don't. Well, that's fine. And I would agree with that, except that resilience, or the things we're talking about, can be learned. That's why you teach them. You've committed many decades of your life to teaching them to other people.
Absolutely.
So can you I know if I'm putting myself in the shoes of folks that are listening to this, everybody wants to hear more from you. So of course, in the show notes, you'll find out more about Chunyi Master Li's workshops and the work he does in the world. And you can visit website, you can find out about his meditations and all these things, and hopefully be able to actually be in a position to learn from him soon. While we're here together now, is there something, simple practice that you can share? And I say simple only because I think with so much that people are already taking in, and maybe something simple is like the first domino. The first domino is sometimes the hardest, just to tip the first one over. Everything after that's easier. What's that first domino for people that could adopt some maybe Qigong practice to help them to create more balance and even maybe more harmony in their lives, which would then release or free up the intelligence, the Qi, to solve some of their own challenges for them?
Yes, absolutely. So the course I developed is called the 5 Elements Healing Movement. And that is a very beautiful course to help yourself to refine your system. And especially so just now you mentioned about the coronavirus is now spreading all over the world. People have been asking me that question: how can Qigong help? So first of all, you need to strengthen your immune system, right? So when your immune system is strong, then so no matter what kind of virus to come to you, the flu and coronavirus and flus of any kinds, and with the medical help, and then you do this simple movement, you can easily invite this energy to transform. So that's one movement you can do. Is you do this by standing, and so you bounce the body by moving your knees up and down. Can I stand?
Please. Oh, please.
Okay.
Yes. If you could demonstrate. Thank you very much.
So,
and those of you that are listening now, you can go onto YouTube and you'll be able to see this. And I'll also, just quickly describe what Chunyi is doing, because I do this every day as well. Yes.
Okay. All right, so you can focus on your knees, and then just move your feet flat on the floor, and just move your body up and down like that.
A gentle bouncing from the knees.
Gentle bouncing.
Yes.
And let go with the shoulders, and put a smile on your face. When you do so, always remember that. To me, smile means start my internal love engine.
Start my internal love engine. Smile.
Yeah, S-M-I-L-E.
Yes.
And so you bounce like this for like 3 minutes, and then you have your hands to move up above your head and continue to bounce.
And so now Chunyi is gently bouncing up and down, but his arms are over his head, and you can't see it in the screen, but his wrists are just like this. So he's not holding his hands up.
No,
he's just allowing them.
Let go with your wrist. So
yep.
You have your hands above your head.
Yep, bouncing up and down. 3 minutes. Yeah.
So, and do this another 3 minutes.
Smiling.
Yeah. And after that 3 minutes, and also go back and you bounce it for another 3 minutes. And then that's it. So then you can rub your hands together and massage your face. And so massage your ears. And if you want, you can do some cupping to the arms. Because there's lots of energy channels in the arms over here connecting to the lungs and to the heart. So that alone will help you to strengthen your immune system tremendously. Do this like 2 times a day if you have the time, and that will be fantastic.
Right. We're talking 10 to 15 minutes, perhaps. Short. It's not long, and you can do it at the office. You can do it. I do it in the morning, usually before or after. I've had go to the shower, etc. But and then maybe a second time in the day. If you feel that your energy is low, or that you're wanting another cup of coffee or some sugar or something like that, maybe there's another option, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. You can do it anytime, so anytime.
So beautiful. Chunyi, I feel like this is maybe just part 1. And we come back and we do part 2 sometime soon. But I feel incredibly blessed, and on behalf of many, many people around the world, not just the people listening to this, but many people that you've served and that you've shared this with. I want to say thank you on behalf of all of us.
That's my great honor. So I always focus on my top priority, but whatever I'm doing is healing every home in the world without pain and suffering.
Yes.
I am Qigong, and Qigong is me.
As we will end this particular podcast, I'll remind myself and remind our listeners, our viewers, of a practice to start the day, which is given me even more juice for this today, listening to you, because and the practice is to wake up in the morning and put your feet on the floor and to feel gratitude, and then to say out loud something that is and a declaration. My declaration is four words. I love my life. Those are the 4 words. I love my life. And maybe a year or so ago, I gave a TED talk about this practice, about this ritual of saying I love my life at the beginning of the day, and what it has done to transform my being. And it was interesting because I didn't at the time so fully consider and acknowledge the fact that this would be such a very, very difficult task, a very big challenge for many people. As you said earlier about forgiveness, that your master gave you a very wonderful distinction, a small change, a tiny little change in the way to do it, the paradigm, which was to add the word pretend. I'm going to pretend I forgive. I'm going to pretend I forgive. And so today I want to amend, as people who are hearing this for the first time, and others who may have heard it many times, but aren't prepared or not willing, to say, I love my life, because maybe in their lives right now, there's things you don't love. There's things in my life right now that I could say I don't love. I don't say that, but I could say them, because we all have challenges. We all get that. But to say I pretend is a very interesting, I want to call it a hack at the moment, like it's one of these little sneaky things you get in there. You don't even know you're making a change, right? Because it's, but it's very effective. I pretend I love my life. I'm willing to pretend for a moment that I love my life. What could change potentially if you?
So after you say you pretend many, many times, and that will become real. You retrain your brain, you train your system. And that's what happened to me. And now I love people, I forgive things naturally. I don't need to pretend anymore.
Right. That's beautiful. Chunyi, thank you so much. And again, everyone, check the show notes to find out more about Chunyi and his workshops and ways in which you can just learn more. We'd love to get your feedback as well. Please leave a comment. You can go to adammarkel.com/podcast to leave a comment. Subscribe and share with other people. Join our Facebook group. Lots of ways that we can continue to connect. And I will just say that I'm sending out my love to all of you and my love to Chunyi. Thank you so much for today. And ciao for now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We hope you now have the tools and greater insights to navigate your own pivot. Help us inspire others by sharing this episode and leaving your comments over at adammarkel.com/podcasts. For more tips, strategies, and support as you consciously pivot into a new business and lifestyle you love, join our Pivot community on Facebook at pivotfb.com.